All right, guys, so here's the curriculum that we're going to be working on this week. For the critters and beginners, I really want to streamline it down, guys. What I really want you guys focusing on is the katas. So I need you guys to practice these things. You have to have this stuff down so you're able to teach it to the group. Otherwise, you can't do the group and all. You guys got to be able to teach it. This week, we're going to hammer those katas in. We really want to detail them. So on the square horse stance, make sure that their feet are about shoulder width, maybe slightly wider than shoulder width apart, so they're comfortable. Their feet are pointed forward, their knees are pushed out. Arms are back like this. So from the side, they'd be here. So watch out for this kind of stuff, guys. I don't want this. I want them having a nice straight back, in a sense, nice bent legs. Now, in order to get them to have their feet, their knees pushed out, for the bigger kids, it's easier. So just try to tell them to push their weight to the outsides of their legs here. Now, with them, if need be, just come over there and don't be afraid to touch them and push their knees out. Or walk by them and make sure their knees are bending. It's really important that they're bending their legs, guys. So that square horse stance is an important stance. The other stance that's important is going to be that hard bow stance. So from the side, my foot goes back. Make sure that back leg is locked out, heels down. Front leg is bent, and their body here is straight. So this is not a hard bow stance. This is not a hard bow stance. This is a hard bow stance, just like that. So from the front, you can see I'm here in a hard bow stance. So they just kind of put their foot back, and they're here. Now, the thing you want to watch out for, the biggest mistake you're going to see, is them being on a tight rope like this. They'll have no balance. So have them a little wider. So if they feel kind of wobbly, have them spread their legs a little bit, and they'll get better at it. All right? A cool trick you can do, guys, if you really want to hammer that stance, is you have them come to the wall. Their feet are like this, their hands are here. All right? Now make sure it's not the mirror, or there's not something on the wall for them to touch. Just the regular wall will work just fine like that, so they get used to this position. All right? The legs are nice and bent. The back leg is locked out. That's the hard bow stance. So for the advanced kata, that's pretty much all the stances they got. The critters have 2 extra stances though, guys. They also have the fighting stance and the cat stance. Now you guys should know the fighting stance. If they're here, they go right leg back, they turn, their legs are bent, hands are like this. All right, so from this side, if I was left leg back, it's over here. The big difference, guys, if you guys watch me from the front here, as I go back, you can see that I'm in a heel-toe stance. Not a square horse. This is a square horse. This would be a heel-toe stance facing towards you guys. Make sure this hand is low. I don't want both their hands up like this, guys. They're not boxers. This hand is down here like this. All right? So make sure this hand is good for blocking down low. This hand is good for blocking up high. That's going to be their fighting stance. And then the very last stance is the cat stance. For a lot of kids, this will be a new stance, especially the critters. A very new stance. The best way to do it, guys, is think like I would say like they're trying to dip their toe in a pool. There's a pool of water over there, and they did this, down they go. But if they can kind of put their weight back here and just kind of dip their toe out there, they kind of get the idea of keeping most of their weight out back. This foot's here. Now, I actually don't touch with my toe, but I touch with the ball of my foot down here, and my hands will be up. All right, that's my cat stance. So either side, I'm like this. So from the front, I'm in a cat or a cat stance. So those are the stances we're really going to focus on. I need you guys to make sure they're bending their legs. So when you're working those stances, I want to hear those words. Hey guys, bend your legs. When you're walking around and they're doing their stuff, you're telling them, hey, whatever stance it is, make sure you're saying, hey, don't forget to bend your legs, little guy, right? And all that stuff. High five. Those are some good bent legs. All that. I want to hear those words coming out of your guys' mouth. Bent legs. Hey, good bent legs. Look at so-and-so. Their legs are bending. Really focus on that to this week. All right, make sure they're getting those good bent legs. The only one that you tell them not to really bend their leg would be that hard bow in the back. I want that leg locked out here. But everything else though, I want them low. I want those stances strong. So we're going to be focused on those katas. You already saw the kata. For the critters, make sure, and all the other katas that are in this video, these stances are in those katas, guys. So I'm going to break the katas down so you guys have them, make it easy. So we're going to start with the critters kata first. Critters kata starts off nice and simple. They're here in neutral stance. They're going to do a salute. Now I want the critters getting in the full salute. So make sure they're working that for me. All right. This is going to be from this point. They're going to go strong ready stance here. They go to a square horse stance saying yes sir. Go back into a hard bow stance. Then back with that right foot saying no sir. Then they just rotate into a fighting stance. Yes, ma'am. Switch fighting stances. No, ma'am. They pull into a cat. Please. Switch cat stances. Thank you. Into the last horse stance. You're welcome. Feet together. Full salute. All right. All right, guys, here's the critter kata by the numbers. All right, I'm gonna come in here and salute. Strong, ready stance like this. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please. Thank you. You're welcome. Together and salute. So just so you guys know what's going on there, we've got, when they do strong ready stance, I want them not saying the word strong ready stance. You say that as the instructor, they should be going, shoo, and getting in their stance. So make sure they understand the difference. They're not saying the word there. What they are repeating though is the yes sir, no sir, as you guys go from a square horse to a hard bow, fighting stance, cat, cat, square horse stance, together, and then salute out. All right, guys, now the beginner kata. Once again, we're focusing on stances hard this week. So the beginner kata, they're gonna start here, salute in, strong ready stance. They're gonna start with their left side first. They're gonna step into a good fighting horse stance, doing a hard upward block. 1 block, 2 punch into a hard bow. 3 kick, 4 punch, they end up in that last hard bow here. Feet will come back together for neutral stance. Then they're gonna go to their right. It'll be 1 block, 2 punch, 3 kick, 4 punch. Back to neutral, salute. And that is the beginner kata. All right, guys, now we have the intermediate kata. This one here, I want you to start teaching to them. I will come in and detail the floating foot. So don't try and show them the floating foot. If they ask about it, I will be the one, say Shigon will come and detail the floating foot if anyone asks. But I want them hitting their stances. So I'm gonna face this way for a second so you can see what I'm talking about. After they've saluted in here, guys, what they're gonna be working on is a block chop combination. I want them stepping in, doing an inward chop block into a good fighting stance. Then they're gonna shift, that same hand's gonna block, and they're gonna step into a hard bow, doing a block with the same hand, and then chopping with the opposite hand. So you can see from the front here, it will be 1 block, 2 block chop, just like that. And there's a fighting stance to a hard bow stance this way. All right, so when we're doing the kata, it's gonna be done on both sides, so I'm gonna do it facing this way for you so you can see what's happening here. So here is the kata sequence. Like I said, you're teaching them the sequence. I will come in and detail it afterwards, but you guys need to know the sequence, say the same words. Feet are together, salute. Strong ready stance. We're gonna go 1 block, 2 block chop, 3 grab knee. Set the neutral. Now it'll be the other side. 1 block, 2 block chop, 3 grab knee, feet together. Salute. Bam. So that's the kata for the intermediates. All right, guys, this is the advanced kata. This one I'll probably do myself. However, I want you guys on the same page as me, just in case anyone asks about the kata. On this kata here, guys, it is an advanced kata, so they're using actual blue belt material, or I should say purple belt material in it. So watch what's gonna go on here. I'm gonna do it once for you guys, and then I'll kind of explain what's happening. They'll start from neutral. They'll salute in. Strong ready stance. Now they're going to use their left hand. They're going to parry a punch. They're going to bring in double strikes, 2 punches, grab, ring. Now guys coming in here, they're going to fade back into a cross step, which is a new stance for some of you guys. But we're not showing this to the lower guys. It's only advanced guys. They know this stance. They're blocking out, eye spearing. That back leg comes through, snap kicks, punch, 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 all the way through. And that would be their kata. Now, on this one here, guys, if an advanced kid asks you for help on the kata, What you really want to focus on, since you guys don't really know the kata, is looking at their stances. All right, so don't worry about trying to teach them the steps of the kata. Watch their legs. The biggest mistakes I'm seeing right now is they're just turning for the sake of turning. They're not actually driving off their legs. What I want you guys to see, if you watch from the side, is I want you to see them loading this leg up, shifting their body when they're hitting something. If you just see them kind of doing this and this, that's completely incorrect. They should be shifting that weight over. Then they can come in and go. On the ending part, the big mistake I'm seeing is they're like this, in this cross step. If you guys watch mine, my legs are really bent here. I want them nice and bent in this cross step. So you gotta make sure they're bending their legs. All right, after that, it's a kick, punch, 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 ending up in a good hard bow. So I know you guys don't know this kata. I'm not expecting you guys to learn this kata, but I am expecting you guys to hammer their stances. This week, it's all about the stances, all about the kata. Like I said, you guys need to know these things in order to be able to help me out with group. So make sure you're studying this weekend, practicing this stuff. Ask me questions on Monday or Tuesday about it, but I need to see you guys be able to do this.